as we are getting into our next series, and spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have our red Terran player representing Storm Gaming. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the last King of the Sea. We have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is MeomaikA. Here we go. Who's going to be facing off against MeomaikA in the grand finals? Will it be a Zerg or a Terran? We're here to find out. We are here to find out. Oh boy. I was talking about this earlier, but MeomaikA, his worst matchup is ZvT. I don't think he's quiet about that either. This is the matchup where he can thrive the least in. He has a lot of really creative playstyles and builds against Protoss. He has some of them against Terran as well, but it feels like if the Terran kind of ignores a little bit of like the chaotic nature of MeomaikA, and if they go for just a solid playstyle, then they can just overcome Meo's craziness. We'll see, we'll see. Like Meo, he's got a couple of different unique builds up his sleeve. He has one where he goes for a very fast double Evo Chamber 1-1 and goes into 2-2 insanely quickly. Goes mass Ling, not even Baneling, just pure Ling into Ultras, which would make a lot of sense on a map like this. He's also willing to go into Ling Hydra timings and also into 2-base Muta as well. 2-base Muta is not something that's unfamiliar to MeomaikA, so we'll see. See what he goes for. Standard play is not really too common here for Meo, but can do it. Can do it. As for now, MeomaikA goes for a pool first opener. Goes for a pool, into his hatch, into his gas geyser. With this, he gets a faster queen. I mentioned this earlier in MeomaikA's ZVPs, but even against Terran as well, more often than not, MeomaikA will go for a pool first opener, just to be safe, and also for some mind games as well. Like we can see, Meo didn't even make a single link. Back at home, Nicoract setting up for a 1-1-1 opener. Actually, we're on Ancient Cistern, so it could be third CC. Could be an economic opener instead. As the first Reaper does get across the map, can we get a kill on the drone? So far, the drone is pulled back in time, is saved. Oh! A Spore is made as well. The Reaper doing a lot of damage, just causing a lot of chaos here in the main base of MeomaikA, but not able to find too many kills. Oh! Able to find too much as the Reaper dips back into the main, just being as annoying as possible. MeomaikA will be able to hold on. Meanwhile, across the map, it is not a third CC opener. This is a straight up 1-1-1. A lot more aggressive here coming out from Nicoract. He's got his tech lab on the way. This is looking like an add-on swap. This is looking like a Banshee opener. Aliens are on the way. There we go. The add-on swap is upon us, and we should be seeing Banshees at the same time. MeomaikA, oh my god. He didn't pull out of gas. He got Ling speed, and now we're going straight into a lair. This is what, a 3-minute 30 lair timing from Meo. He's taking 2 more gases. This is looking like Hydras. This is looking like his Hydra build. To be fair, this could also be Mutas, as an Evo Chamber is thrown down. Like, Meo has been playing a little bit more around with Spire play. Meanwhile, the Hellions are diving on forward. Will they take down a Tumor? Do we have any Lings? The answer is we do not. MeomaikA a little bit too greedy, skipped out on his Lings, and now he's going to be losing a lot of drones. The boys are being pulled into the Hellion fire. Ay, ay, ay. And this is just getting out of hand. 13 drones go down. Can we get 15? Can we get 14? Can we get 15? We're going to settle on 14, but that's already a game-ending amount of damage. The lair is done, but we don't really have the economy to do anything about it. We can't even saturate the gases at the natural. So if this was for a Hydroden, or if this was for Spire, we can't really use it. There it is. Spire is thrown down. Is going to be for Mutas. Lings are going for a counterattack across the map, but there are Hellions waiting for them. Oh my god! The Lings are trying to force their way through, but with the repair on these Hellions, I'm not convinced. Oof. As all the Lings line up, they get roasted. Across the map, Banshee shop, GG gets called. There are no spores, and Nicoract takes game number 1. GG. Punishing MeomaikA for skipping out on those early Lings, on even skipping out on Queens as well. MeomaikA, he is typically a little bit greedy in that respect. He does avoid Queen production. Just like that, Nicoract does take game number 1. Oof. And now we're getting ready for game number 2. I mentioned earlier, like, MeomaikA does struggle a little bit against Terran, and this is the reason for it, right? Like, Meo, he wanted to be fancy, he wanted to go into a fast lair, and wanted to go into a fast Hydra Den, and you can do that against, like, it's harder for the Protoss player to punish you when you do stuff like that. Easier for the Terran, especially when they go for a 1-1-1. So we are getting into this, and here we go. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the red Terran player representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is Nicoract. Leading the series 1-0. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have as opponent, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player representing Team Gosu. It is MeomaikA. Trying to be a little bit fancy in that last game. Was just punished by the first 4 Hellions. It's not the first time I've seen MeomaikA die to Hellions. It's it can be brutal. Oh, as Meo once again is going for a pool first opener. Again, with this he has faster Queens. With this he can make like 2 to 4 Lings and try to sneak out across the map, avoid the first Reaper, and delay the CC on the low ground. We'll see if MeomaikA tries to be aggressive like that, as Nicoract is just going for his scout across the map. No proxy, Rax is at home, and the SCV is spotted by the Overlord of MeomaikA as well. Interesting, he actually doesn't keep his second Overlord. I guess it makes sense. He sends his second Overlord out on the map as well. I guess because he goes for a pool first. If he was being cheesed and proxy, then he would have Lings at home to defend. Oh, hello. And Nicoract, he doesn't scout, he doesn't check. So this time it was a pool first opener, and we are committing to the tech here. We're going for a very fast Roach Warren. So MeomaikA is going for a Roach Rush. This is not spotted by Nicoract. Nicoract, he saw the pool first. He saw the hatch timing. He didn't check behind the mineral line. And that is what is dangerous about MeomaikA. He's willing to mix things up. But the Reaper is on the way, and this Reaper should scout the Roach Warren. At least I hope so. Queen is in position. Queen is going to attempt to deny that scout. Reaper dives in. Queen does zone him away. The Reaper does double back. The Queen is caught off of creep, and the Reaper should be able to get a full scout of the main base. And up, he goes for some drone kills. Lings are across the map, just causing a little bit of chaos. Nicoract, he does check. He sees the roaches as they pop out. And immediately we have a bunker on the high ground. Immediately we evacuate the low ground as well. Nicoract taking this very seriously. And this is what I love from MeomaikA as well. So, he knows he got scouted. He knows the Reaper sees him. So MeomaikA, he cuts roaches at 5. He's making 5 roaches and he's droning up behind this. You can go up to 7, even 9 roaches if you want to be really committed. But only 5 roaches for now. We may not even... I feel like we should make some Ravagers, but we may not even invest that. The bunker is done. And Mia backs off. See, typically we would see Ravagers morphed in, and then we would pile down like a depot, maybe a second depot, but no, MeomaikA, very uncommitted with this, is backing off and droning instead. Unfortunately for Meo, this Reaper is just being such a nuisance and does survive as well. Oh my god. Reaper does survive for a little bit longer. does get hunted down. And Mio has just been droning, but now he's going to be cutting workers here at 30 drones. Ling speed is on the way. Lings are in production as well. MeomaikA is going for a follow-up all-in. So he made it look like he wasn't committing. He made it look like he was transitioning, and then bam, all-in. Bam, we're going for the all-in. We have 3 overlords on the way just to make sure we don't get supply blocked. Nicoract back at home. We do have a cyclone, but there is no tank. A couple of roaches are spotted, but nothing too crazy. Nicoract did go for a 1-1-1. He's going to Banshees, which I think is a really smart move. Very safe against roaches. Here we go. The Ravagers had been revealed. Ling's going to try and dive on forward, but the Hellions are here. And the Hellions going to roast up these Lings. Ravagers are getting on top of that Cyclone. They should be able to kill it. No, the repair. The repair is too good. Oh. While is avoided. The Cyclone does go down. And MeomaikA, he's breaking into the mineral line. But he's running out of Lings. The Lings are being held up by these depots. The Ravagers are getting surrounded. Looks like the Lings do bust into the main base, but the Banshee has arrived. The Banshee will eventually shut down all these Ravagers. Do see MeomaikA trying to bust down that wall. But the SCVs, they deal with all the Lings. The wall is solid. And MeomaikA has to back off. What's he going for? Behind this, we have a lair. We are droning. MeomaikA is behind economically. Just doesn't have a good economy behind this. He's trying to go for a third base. He does have a lot of Lings. I do think he's hoping that maybe he can either catch the Hellions as they move out and slip into the mineral line. But the Hellions are back at home. We're diving on in. We're going to get some of them. We may even get all of them, actually. Every single Hellion is going to go down. But was that worth it? That's 24 Lings. 24 Lings for 4 of those Hellions. There we go. We fully wall off. Behind this, we have 2 more Maxes. Ooh, this is looking like... Okay. I was about to say this is looking like a 2-base all-in, but we cancel the E-base and we're going for a third base. I appreciate this. I feel like MeomaikA wants you to all-in him, so going for a longer macro game makes a lot of sense against Mio. Meanwhile, with that fast lair, we're going for the Hydras. We weren't able to make Hydras or Mutas last game. This time, hopefully we can, as every Queen's gonna go down. Oh no. There is detection, thankfully, but there's not enough engine for transfuse. Every Queen will fall. We do have a Spore in the mineral line, thankfully. But these Banshees have already done so much. Third base is under threat. Oh no, not another Queen! No! Leave the Queens alone. Things go for a counterattack. We're going to be able to delay the third base at least a little bit, but... Oh god. These Banshees, they get even more value. They get 2 more drones and a Hydra. MeomaikA does save his third base, but it cost him a lot. It cost him 4 Queens. There's 1 Queen left. That's all we have. So this is gonna negatively affect the overall production, the income here of MeomaikA, his macro overall. Doesn't have a lot of larva. He doesn't have the injects. And Nicoract is just taking and establishing this third base. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that even god, that's a brutal supply block for Mio. 4 Overlords on the way. Ay, ay, ay. He's trying to stabilize, trying to catch back up. Supply block isn't helping, but he's getting there. Mio working on a 4th base. Doesn't have any active tumors, can't really spread out too much creep. He's building up his Hydra count, so he's gonna have quite a potent attack here with 1/1 with Ling Hydra. I think ideally MeomaikA wants to fight out on the map, but yeah, Nicoract is actually in the midst of moving out. He has his own 1/1 upgrades. He is gonna get spotted by that changeling. MeomaikA is getting ready. Alright, what do we have? We have 20 Hydras and a handful of Lings. Without creep, I don't know if we can really engage. The army has been spotted. Oh god, a couple of Hydras already go down. Tanks are sieging up, and here we go. We're trying to push on forward. We don't have too many Lings. Hydras on their own, they don't really trade well against this. It looks like we may just barely have enough. Oh my god. Those Hydras, they traded surprisingly well. But that was an expensive loss. That was 18 Hydras. Hey, you got all 3 tanks. You got 26 Marines as well. Here we go, MeomaikA is going for a counterattack. He's down to only 10 Hydras though, that's the problem. Like, that did really hurt his overall army. And this time Nicoract will have a much better defense. The Marines, they stim on 4, they take down all the Hydras, and GG gets called. Nicoract does take the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to Nicoract for advancing on. My condolences to MeomaikA. I got a lot of love, of course, for Meo. He's a good friend and a big fan of the channel as well. Always a lot of fun to cast, but oof. Yeah, here against Nicoract, just at every turn he was shut down. When it came to his initial build in game 1, for example, just, yeah, Hellions kind of just annihilated his drones or his economy. Here in game 2 as well, he just had a really hard time getting things going. Did commit quite hard to his initial roach push, to be fair, to an all-in, and it's always difficult transitioning out of an all-in. He was doing a decent job at doing so, but if you remember, that's when the Cloak Banshees came in. The Cloak Banshees, they came in, they killed 4 queens, they killed drones, killed Hydras as well. Crazy. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we have our finals. We have our grand finals ready for us. Just need a moment to set some things up. It's actually a team kill.